7 right here. So we've got ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So it'd be 10,000s. And if you had written 70,000 or something like that, that's also true. Yeah, because if you took away everything else and you just had this number and the zeros, it would be 70,000. So the place value is technically 10,000s. This is the more correct answer. But if you wrote 70,000, I know you know what you're talking about, so I would accept that as well.
17,000.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be okay. All right. To write this inequality in words, 130 is less than 244. No, or yeah, or you could write 244 is greater than 130. But if you're writing it exactly as it is, this is going to be is less than. Approximate means round, right? So approximate the perimeter by first rounding. So 589 would round to 600, 490, and 132. So then I'm going to add those together. Okay, I did the hard columns. You guys do the next one. 12.
And we would have to put foot though, correct?
Yeah, so you want to put 1,200 feet. No, perimeter's not squared. So it's perimeter is just like feet, okay? Area would be square feet, and then volume is cubed. Better? Okay. Add or subtract as indicated. These are the same signs, so I'm going to add them together, right? That's a 4. 7 and 4 is 14, so 114. Number 5, I like to rearrange these. Remember I told you that? So I like to put the positives together and the negatives together.
Can you do that as well for subtract? No?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
So what I'm going to do is 71 and 81. So that's 152. That's positive, right? And then if I do negative 4 plus negative 106, negative 110. So what I really end up with is 152 minus 110. So that is 42. Okay, I know this looks weird because I'm writing it in, but there's not enough space.
It's good. It's better than
Okay, here, what happens right here?
there's my space.
So I have 284 that's positive, and then I have 84 that's positive, and then I have 171 that's negative, and 393 that are negative. So this is going to be 8, 6, 368. And this is going to be 4, 6, 564. Right? And one's positive and one's negative. So what I have to do is I have to subtract this number 6. But what is this going to be? Is it going to be positive or negative?
Negative.
There you go.
Yeah. Blew that one.
Because this negative is larger than this positive.
I thought that was a positive, the 398. The
Here?
negative was in the parentheses.
Now, whenever you have a minus 171 is the same thing as plus negative 171. So minus and negative are the same thing. Does that make sense at all? So the only thing that changes is this 84 because it's minus a negative. So these two cancel each other out and make it plus 84. So then when I combine my positive 284 and my positive 84, I get positive 368. When I combine my, yeah, that's a 3.
Sucks on that one.
When I combine my negative 171 and my negative 393, I get negative 564. So this is money I owe. This is money I have. If I take all the money I have and pay what I owe, I still owe 196.
So the two minuses together.
Always make a plus. Yeah, so if you do this, he's happy, and happy is positive.
Alrighty then.
See, doesn't it look like a little happy smiley guy?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, 1001 minus 235, I have to borrow, and that makes it 11. But I couldn't borrow from this, and I couldn't borrow from this, so I had to borrow from over here. And these are both 9s now.
Okay.
9 minus 3 is 6, 9 minus 2 is 7. Okay, the process there, right? I need to borrow, but there's nothing to borrow from.
Yeah.
So I borrow a 1 from this one, and it leaves me with nothing. And it turns this 0 into a 10.
Okay.
So then I still need to borrow from way over here.
Right.
So then I borrow a 1 from this 10, which makes it a 9, and turns this 0 into a 10. Which I then borrow a 1 from that, which makes this 11, and that's how these both end up 9s.
So I spend the majority of my time on that one.
So what you want to do whenever you see these zeros, make those 9s and borrow 1 from whatever's in front of them.
Okay.
Does that help?
A little bit.
Okay.
I kept thinking that the first 9 would be an 8 because I had to borrow from it again.
No, you're only borrowing from it one time, but it turns it from a 10 to a 9 and a 10 to a 9 again. Okay, multiplication and division. Number 8, before we even multiply that, what sign am I going to have? Negative. So then all I have to do is do 31 times 8, and then I make it negative. Because I know my answer is going to be negative. Number 9, going to be negative or positive?
Positive.
Positive. So I'm going to do 2 into 386. So I get a positive 193. Number 10, positive or negative? How many times does 7 go into 73? Or 7, and actually 7 into 7. Yeah.
105.
5. Remainder 2. 11, positive, negative? Positive.
That one was fun.
If you make it into a decimal, that's okay too. We haven't gone over that yet. So you would get 0.2.
8.
Hold on, so it would be 62. Yeah, 0.28 something. But you can do just a remainder if you want. It's fine too. Okay, so 9 times 8, which I did that backwards. 4 times 8 is 32. 18, carry my 1. This 1, 8, then I put 2 zeros. 18, carry my 1, which is 1, and then 8.
Don't you just do it again? 'Cause there's no-
Yeah.
9 times 9.
3, 4, 12. 4, 12, 13, 9. Number 12, 0 divided by negative 61. 13, 0 into 341, otherwise known as 341 divided by 0. No. It's undefined, yeah. So you can even just write that up here. Undefined.
So it's undefined
If you divide by 0. Yeah, 0 can't go into anything. Nope. You can't divide 0 by 0 either. Nothing at all. Yeah, nothing is divisible by 0. Length times width. So I'm going to do 28 times 5. Meters squared. Yeah, it's 140, sorry.
I'm like, wow, I screwed up on that one.
No, you guys didn't screw up, I did. Okay. Yeah, no, you know what I did? I did the 5 times the 2 and then I wrote down a 2. Okay. All right, simplify the expressions. Yeah, so the absolute value of negative 4 is 4, right? And we have our lurker.
Fix the wall.
Wants to do 4, the smiley.
Yeah, and we got a smiley face guy, so he's happy, so he's positive 4. That's negative 4 times 4. Right? Because remember, if he's not being inside the parentheses, the negative doesn't get squared. It's here, this D, where you have negative 4 in parentheses squared. That's negative 4 times negative 4. So that one's positive 16. Yeah. So this will stay negative, and this will go positive. Because remember, an exponent is like a taser. It can only affect you if it is directly touching you. Okay, so here it's only directly touching the 4. It's not touching the negative. Here it's touching the parenthesis, so everything inside the parenthesis gets affected.
negative times negative.
Is a positive, yeah. Did that? All right, so what I need to do first is inside the parentheses, and I need to do an exponent. And 5 squared is 25. And again, that negative is not inside a parenthesis with the 5, so it stays minus. Then 9 minus 25 is negative 16. And then negative 2 times negative 16, positive 32. And then negative 14 plus 32 is 18.
So,
Evaluate is another word for what I like to say, plug and chug. Plug and chug. I plug in these numbers and then I chug out the math. So x is negative 4, so everywhere there was an x, I'm going to put a negative 4. And the y is a 1. So this is 16, because it's negative 4 squared, minus negative 4, so that's plus 4, plus 1, it's 21. Here I get negative 4 minus 1, so that's negative 5, but it's absolute value, so it's positive 5. She purchased 4 bottles that have 30 capsules each. She can take either 2 or 3 per day. All right, so first of all, how many days will it last if she takes 3 a day? You have to know how many pills she has first, right? So 30 times 4 is 120 pills. She bought 4 bottles with 30
Oh,
pills
yeah, I
each.
didn't-
Yeah.
So that's 4.
So she's, yeah, so then if she's taking it 3 a day, we're going to divide by 3. She get 40 pills. And if she takes 2 a day, we're going to do 60 pills. And these are all of, so they give you the high and the low. You have a high temperature of the day and you have a low temperature of the day. These are all the lows. So that the highs were some other numbers. So we add them all up, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to divide by 7. So I'm going to rearrange so all my negatives are together. And then I'm going to put my positives. So -8 and -11 is -19. And another -8 is -27. So -37. And then +9. So that's -28 divided by 7. So it's -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay.
That's the, okay.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay?